ojos negros, negros de mi noche negra, negro de mis ojos negros, negros de mi noche negra, negro de mis noches negras, negros de mi noche negra, negro que pones la letra, negros de mi noche negra, en la espera de hora llora, negros de mi noche negra, negro dale, dale pena, negros de mi noche negra, negro mira de ojos negros, negros de mi noche negra, negro mira de ojos negros, negros de mi noche negra, negro de mi noche negra, negros de mi noche negra, negro que pones la letra, negros de mi noche negra, en la espera de hora llora.
My name is Jacob Edgar. I'm an explorer, but I don't search for lost cities or ancient ruins. I'm on the quest for a different kind of treasure, music.
Derrière les montagnes loin des charmes de l'Espagne, je retrouverai Cochabamba. Je verrai les femmes et les enfants niqués qui mendient.
As an ethnomusicologist and world music record producer, I travel the globe hunting for the best songs the world has to offer. And I suffer through some of the worst, so you don't have to. I've got a backstage pass to the world's music, and I won't stop until I've heard it all. I'm on a journey from northern Colombia's ranches and farmlands, through the Sierra Nevada mountain range, and onto the Caribbean coast. It's a journey that reveals the amazing diversity of Colombia's geography, culture, and music. On my visit to Bogota, Colombia's sprawling capital city, I met up with one of the country's biggest musical stars, Fonseca. He offered to show me around the small city of Valledupar, the cradle of Vallenato, which is a rustic, folksy, and distinctly Colombian music style. Vallenato has had a huge influence on Fonseca's sound, and the style is close to the hearts of many Colombians.
Hoy siento gratitud por el tiempo vivido, por la memoria y también por el olvido.
I guess a close equivalent to Vallenato would be American country music, which also has a connection to the ranching lifestyle, lyrics about heartbreak, of lost love, and a spirit that reflects pride of place. And just as American country music symbolizes something deep about American cultural identity, the same holds true for Vallenato. Typically, there are three main musical instruments used in Vallenato: the caja vallenata, a small drum which reflects the African influence, the guacharaca, a wooden scraper which originated with Colombia's indigenous people, and the accordion from Europe. The instruments are symbolic of the three core cultural influences in Vallenato, and in Colombia in general. Lyrical wit and improvisation are very important in Vallenato, and the greatest Vallenato singers are capable of spinning vivid poetry off the top of their head. Fonseca takes me to the local branch of the Colombian Composers' Rights Society, where I'm introduced to Gonzalo Cocha Molina, one of the greatest Vallenato accordion players. In fact, Cocha is a rey de reyes, or king of kings, of the accordion. Every year, the local Vallenato Legend Festival selects the best accordion player.
Every 10 years, they make a big contest, and there's a guy that is called the King of Kings.
So the kings from all of those 10 years compete against each other.
Yeah, and tonight we're going to be with one of them.
That's cool.
Todavía me siento joven, todavía me siento joven, pa' que este golpe tan noble me pudiera derrotar.
We're going to a party in the street, like a really typical party here, parranda, where we go here, parranda in the street.
Sounds
and
good.
then we're going to a parranda in a house, and everybody's drinking all par. I'm going to show
It's
you.
gonna be a long night, man.
It's gonna be a long night. And you're gonna see what Vallenato is really in Valledupar.
Oh, that's great.
With no additions.
Right, the real deal.
The real deal.
The pure Vallenato. After that warm-up, Fonseca takes me to a residential neighborhood to witness firsthand the Vallenato Parrandas, jam sessions where families, friends, and neighbors come together to play music, dance, eat, basically celebrate life. It sounds great to me.
So this is the night of lighting the candles. It's like the first day of Christmas in Colombia, and everybody's just partying. And I love Valledupar. I think this is a great place. This is a great city, and everybody's really so nice. So it's a pleasure to be here.
How did Vallenato get into your life? I mean, how did Vallenato...
No, it was always in my life. Vallenato is like something that really comes in your blood. You always have it with you. So for me, the Colombian music has always been part of the soundtrack of my life.
We're trying to conduct this interview, and a crowd is building. They're noticing that Fonseca is in the neighborhood. And so obviously the people of Valledupar like him as much as he likes them. We have a police guard here.
Claro.
Who's coming up for a photo. And now all the people can come. Here they come. Look, they've already started. Oh my goodness. This sweet little girl just elbowed me out of the way. Ow.
Que comprenda que el anillo ya no hace falta, que no solo el matrimonio es felicidad.
Fonseca, thanks for coming to Valledupar with me. It was great to meet you.
Jacob, thank you very much for coming to Colombia, to Valledupar, to see what's really a party in Valledupar, and I hope you come back soon.
I hope so too. I can't wait.
Thank you very much.
Con cariño para Hanis.
After a long night of parrandas, I've been told that the place to cure your hangover and start the new day right with a hearty breakfast is El Parqueadero, the parking lot, a funky restaurant that specializes in unusual animal ingredients like turtle, porcupine, and iguana. I love the setting of this restaurant. You've got chickens walking around. I saw a capybara, which is like a rat-like rodent creature from South America walking around. And I've heard they've got a little menagerie over here, a zoo. Look out for the turtles. The last thing I want to start my day off with is getting bit by a boar. Look, there's some kind of animal. Oh, here it is. Ow! Wow, he's biting me. I'm here with my new friend, Chabuco, who's also an excellent vallenato singer himself, and I actually ordered some rabbit this morning. I haven't had rabbit much before, and here it is. Gracias. So this is going to give me a lot of energy, apparently. All right.
Adelante.
Things I do for television. So he's telling me if you eat iguana, you don't need to take any anesthetic. If you get an operation, you eat some iguana, and you'll feel no pain. I'm feeling a little pain just thinking about it, honestly. After breakfast, I head over to Alfonso Lopez Square, the site of one of the main stages for Valledupar's famous Festival de la Leyenda Vallenata, the Vallenato Legends Festival. The next generation of Vallenato kings and queens is being honed by training programs that teach children the art, history, and technique of this revered style. One of the best young ensembles is Los Niños Vallenatos de Turco Gil, which has performed at the White House in front of the Clintons and toured the US and Europe. Some of the members of the group meet us in the square to demonstrate their talents. It's time to leave Valledupar and hit the road, heading around the Sierra Nevada mountain range, southwest, and then due north towards the Caribbean. I'm on my way to a small fishing village near Santa Marta called Taganga, where I'm meeting up with Vilmar Soler, a young, former member of a right-wing paramilitary group who's put down his guns and taken up vallenato.
What are we doing? We're in near Santa Marta in a small little village by the ocean, and we're going out into the water with the band, sitting on a boat, just to see what happens. It's going to be crazy.
Vilmar is part of a government-sponsored program called Canta Conmigo, Sing With Me, which seeks to reintegrate into society former soldiers from both the paramilitary groups and the leftist rebel guerrillas, or FARC. Their tool is music, with the idea that singing together can help longtime adversaries bury the hatchet, or the AK-47, as the case may be.
Quiero abrazar con mi canción, con mi canto, con mi lira.
You seem like a really nice guy. It's hard for me to imagine that you were a paramilitary soldier. ¿Es verdad?
Tal vez, pero usted sabe que en este mundo hay gente para todo.
Sí.
Hay mucha gente dentro de ese gremio que participamos de pronto allá, que tiene muchas cosas que la gente no conoce, cosas buenas.
La tierra de Bastida, divisando el pico Colón y de Bolívar, un niño araco se espina para ver mejor el espectáculo de la naturaleza, la majestuosa belleza que le dio.
As I've seen so often here in Colombia, Vilmar is trying to put the past behind him and make a positive future for himself and his country. And it's through vallenato music that he's trying to make that happen.
Yo digo, no tengo enemigos, porque ese personaje que entre comillas usted dice que era enemigo mío, yo no lo conocía. Y no sabía por qué peleaba con él. O sea, yo peleaba porque usted me mandaba y me decía, vaya a pelear con él. Entonces hoy en día yo digo, yo no estoy enemigo tuyo porque tú eras del otro equipo y yo era del otro equipo, entonces yo era enemigo tuyo. En ese tiempo, en la guerra, a nivel guerra, de pronto sí era enemigo, porque estaba en la guerra. Pero hoy en día los que se han reintegrado a la sociedad, que hacen parte de la guerrilla, y se encuentra conmigo, y yo sé que él fue guerrillero y él sabe que yo fui paramilitar. Entonces, yo lo saludo con cariño, le digo mi hermano, qué chévere que estemos aquí, que a mí me gusta la música, a mí también, vamos a compartir, ¿qué sabes tú? No, yo compongo, yo toco acordeón, yo toco guitarra, vamos a tocar, yo tengo un grupo así, ando tocando, vamos a integrarnos y chévere. Usted conmigo no tiene que tener resentimiento, esta pelea no es de nosotros. Esta pelea no es de nosotros y si nos vamos a matar aquí igual no se va a ganar. O sea, nadie va a ganar la pelea aquí. O sea, la pelea de nosotros es superarnos, ser mejor cada día, convivir, disfrutar de lo que la naturaleza nos brinda, de lo que la vida nos brinda y ser mejor cada día mejor.
My vallenato voyage has given me some great insight into this beloved genre, why this music means so much to Colombians, and the role it plays in unifying the country. It's like a flag, or an important historical figure, or an ideology. Vallenato is something that makes Colombians proud of who they are. As night falls, I continue my journey south along the coast, passing by the statue of Colombia's iconic, poofy-haired soccer star, Carlos Valderrama, and on to Barranquilla. I'm moving away from the rustic sound of vallenato and closer to the powerful rhythms of Africa.
I'm in Barranquilla, a city of just over 1 million people on Colombia's northern Caribbean coast. It's home to lots of immigrants from around the region and the world, including a surprising number of immigrants from the Middle East and the Arab world. It's also a very musical city, and some of Colombia's biggest musical stars hail from here, including the mega international superstar Shakira. My guide to the city today is Erika Munoz, whose stage name is Eka, a good friend of mine, who's also the lead singer for Sidestepper, who we met in Bogota. Now, this is Erika's hometown, so she's gonna take me around and show me the sights. We're gonna try some local food. We're gonna check out the rehearsals for Carnival, because Barranquilla's Carnival is world famous, and it also happens to be the second largest carnival in the world after Rio de Janeiro.
Erika Munoz was exposed to all kinds of music as a child, especially the local champeta style, which is deeply influenced by contemporary African music. When she was younger, Erika became famous across the country as a competitor on a TV singing competition. But rather than focus on pop music, Erika prefers to make music that is inspired by her cultural roots.
Where are we now? ¿Dónde estamos ahora?
En el barrio abajo y vamos para la casa del carnaval.
All right, we're going to the House of Carnival, and I hear drums, so
Yeah.
I guess they're rehearsing. They're starting to gear up for Carnival, which is taking place in just a couple of months. So let's go see what they have going
Ya,
on.
vamos a
inside.
verlo, te voy a mostrar un ensayo.
It's a lot of work partying.
Ya, esa es la otra.
So
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Tengo hambre.
Me too.
Ahora tengo hambre. Vamos a comer
too.
algo?
Okay.
Should we go eat something? All right.
Yeah, please.
Let's
Por
move the
favor.
party in another
Vámonos.
direction.
Aquí hay mucho folclore que
a lot
se
of folklore.
muestra en los carnavales, más que todo, y en diciembre, final de año y en los carnavales. Mi música es una mezcla entre el folclore caribe, cumbias, bullerengues, chalupas y el sucus, con el que tanto crecí, el high life y el pagano. Es una mezcla entre esas dos músicas.
We're going to meet Joe Arroyo later. What can you tell me about Joe Arroyo?
Bueno, Joe Arroyo es como un Yusuntural
Ah, okay.
aquí en Colombia, ¿no? Es como ese artista que saca las raíces, que fue el primero que se atrevió a hacer folclore y a hacer ritmos africanos y ritmos caribeños, y con salsa y con merengue. Y lo más bueno es que todo él lo hacía con su imaginación. Las frases de las pitos, él le decía al músico, bueno, pa para pa 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 pa.
I've met a lot of famous musicians over the years, but few have me as starstruck as the one I'm about to meet next. Joe Arroyo is a living legend of Colombian music, having pioneered a unique blend of salsa and local folkloric rhythms with musical spices from the rest of the Caribbean. Joe is notoriously difficult to pin down, and we didn't know until the very last minute that we would be able to get him to show up to meet us. With the rain ruining our original plan to have Joe Arroyo perform outside, we managed to convince a nearby library, of all places, to clear everyone out of the main hall, close early, and help us push all the tables and chairs aside to set up Joe's 14-piece band for a live performance of one of his classic tracks. Only in Colombia can music move schedules, tables, even librarians.
Colombia es muy rico musicalmente. En las bellas artes, en las 7 bellas artes, es muy rico. En la música se destaca. Tenemos 5 o 7 ambientes en nuestro país. Costeros, hay montañas, hay llanos. Pues es muy rico en esa parte.
Del Caribe aflora, bella encantadora, con mar y río una gran sociedad. Barranquilla hermosa, yo te canto ahora, con gratitud y amor te canto al pueblo que adora.
Yo nací en Cartagena. Mis primeros pasos como músico, como artista, los hice en Cartagena y luego pasé a Medellín, una ciudad muy importante aquí del país, donde estuve con una orquesta muy famosa que es Fulco y sus Tesos. Ahí duré unos 20 años. Y pues ya yo tenía como que guisando la cosa de que iba a ser mi orquesta.
Sí, sí.
Al cumplir los 20 años de con Fulco, pues, y organicé mi orquesta La Verdad, y ya llevamos 25 años con mi orquesta.
In the song En Barranquilla Me Quedo, which translates as I'm staying in Barranquilla, he tells the story of his decision to settle in Barranquilla and his love for the city and its people.
Es una historia personal, es una historia que se ha arraigado en mí, una ciudad que me ayudó mucho, la ciudad que me impulsó. El público es excepcional, la gente tiene un corazón inmenso, o sea, hay que tratarlos para entenderlos y saborearlos mejor. Sí, es como dice, es como quien lo vive es quien lo goza. Ajá, sí. Así es.
Tierra linda y comida, Barranquilla me quedo, Barranquilla me quedo, me quedo.
Gracias, Erika, for showing me around your hometown. I had a lot of fun, from the carnival rehearsal to the food and, of course, to Joe Arroyo's concert. That was great. But now I get to see you perform, and I love your music. I'm very, very excited. And I hope someday I get to return the favor and show you around my hometown. So, en Barranquilla no me quedo, lamentablemente. But let's hear your song, Oye Pa' Que Vea.
Oye, pa' que vea.
Erika Muñoz.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've just experienced a smorgasbord of Colombian music, culture, and travel, from the rural heartland to the azure shores of the Caribbean. I've seen wonderful performances, from a tiny boat floating in the ocean during a lightning storm to a traffic island in the middle of a busy street, and even in a library. Now, I could probably sit back and lounge by the beach, but that wouldn't be me. There's too much more great music to discover here in Colombia.